Well, one of my favorite parts of my job and being part of college athletics is the opportunity to connect with our incredible student athletes. And then in this format, with a little bit more time and a little bit of intentionality, we get to talk with one student at a time about hockey, about life, about school, and then everything in between. And today, really happy to be joined by prominent presence on the Tommy Blue Line, senior defender from Medina, Minnesota, Haley Maxwell. Thank you, Haley, for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Haley is a two-time WCHA scholar athlete, two-time all-academic team member, has skated in every single contest in her St. Thomas career. I'm going to knock on wood for that one. And this past year was a part of history and part of the group that earned its first sweep as a D1 program over a ranked opponent, which is pretty cool. So thanks for being here, Haley.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So how's your summer? What's keeping you busy? What are you up to?
It's been a busy summer. It's flying by. I've obviously been doing hockey. We have on-campus lifts this summer, which has just been great. It's fun to get the team together, get a good group together. It's probably anywhere between like 10 and 15 girls. So that's been fun. So that's kind of what my mornings look like. And then I have a marketing internship at just a small community bank in Mendota Heights. So I'm doing that as well in the afternoon. So train in the morning, work in the afternoon, and yeah, it's kind of been it.
Yeah, that's a good balance.
Yeah, it's been great.
So your marketing major, obviously you're doing a marketing internship. What drew you to that field and do you have any ideas what you want to do with it when you're eventually done playing hockey?
Mhm. Yeah, so actually coming into college, I thought that I kind of wanted to do something in the science field. Took a couple classes, kind of found out that was not for me. So then St. Thomas offers like a great intro to business class, which kind of covers every area of business. And I was really drawn to marketing, and I just like the creative component. I like how there's so much variety in what you can do with it. It's not just like one specific thing. Um, and then I've been able to take more kind of major focus classes the past year. And then this year will be pretty much all major focus classes. So that's going to be super fun. And then this internship that I'm doing, I'm being exposed to a different type of marketing, which has been super cool, just marketing with a bank and learning kind of all those avenues with it. So that's been super fun. And then after hockey, I'm really interested in like medical device sales. So probably going down more that route, I think would be most ideal for me. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how I got into that and
Yeah,
what I want to do after hockey. So
yeah,
kind of crazy to even
interesting.
think about.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's
Yeah,
coming soon, right?
I know.
Which
Crazy.
is crazy. Yeah, all the cliches, time flies, it's all very, very true.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. Well, how about your journey to what brought you to St. Thomas? What was that like?
Yeah. So, I mean, when I was playing eighth grade, ninth grade, that's before like the rule change had happened. And I mean, that was just a crazy time for seeing girls around me kind of commit to their schools and knowing that at that young of an age, I wasn't really ready to commit anywhere. So then obviously the rule change happened and I was committed to a different school my junior year. And then that ended up not working out. And then I had an interest in St. Thomas. They had an interest in me. And all of my family has pretty much gone to St. Thomas. So parents went there. My sister goes here right now, grandparents, aunts, uncles. So it's kind of in the family a little bit. So I kind of say it's a meant to be type thing. And the coaches really took a chance on me. I was a pretty late commit. I didn't commit till a couple of weeks into my senior year to come here. So,
Oh,
and it all ended up working out. So I'm very happy that everything happened the way that it did.
oh, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah,
All those family
I know.
connections. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's awesome. And yeah, very happy to be here.
Yeah. And it must be great because so many of them probably can still get to see you play, or like do you still have a lot of family that are in the cities?
Yeah, I have a pretty small family, so pretty much everybody lives in the cities. They make it out to a couple games throughout the year. My parents are able to come to pretty much all my games and everything. So it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to see them here.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So you grew up playing in Edina, which again, hockey powerhouse in Minnesota. So you're probably surrounded by a lot of great players, thinking when you were younger growing up. Do you remember who you looked up to when you were little Haley?
Yeah, I mean I remember being like in high school and I remember playing youth hockey and looking up to all of those varsity girls and girls that were in high school and I thought that they were like these super old, super talented, just amazing role models. And Edina was such a place where they were able to have the high school players come interact with all of us on youth teams. So that was super great to get to know a couple of the girls and it always felt special when they were there. And then growing up like an NHL player, I really was drawn to was actually Ryan Suter. Big Wild fan, so I had to go with a Wild player. But just growing up, I just loved how he played. Yeah, I just loved the game that he played. And then that's definitely changed in the past couple of years, just being able to watch women play hockey. Definitely a ton of role models there. So yeah, it's kind of evolved now that, we're on a bigger stage. So that's been pretty cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in this incredible time for the growth of the game and obviously
Yeah.
the success of the PWHL. How has that impacted you and do you think your experiences and how you look at women's hockey?
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's awesome. It's so cool. I mean, there was obviously the league before that wasn't as big, not as broad of a scale. But I think that this league just gives that opportunity for us to showcase the talent we have. And I mean, just this year, it's been so cool to see the expansion of it. And it's gonna be really cool to see kind of where it goes the next couple years. And yeah, it's really just like a stage to show that like women's hockey is good. Like it's a really competitive, really fun league to watch. Seeing all like the young girls be able to go watch all these games, filling stadiums. It's just been so cool to see. And it's not just in the United States and Canada, it's all over. And being able to see like other countries across everywhere watch women's hockey, watch us play has just been really cool. And I think that, growing up, we always had NHL players to look at. And of course, you had the Olympians to look up to. But now it's like we have this league, and all these young girls are going to actually be able to look up to women's players. So I think that that's just so cool and makes me really excited to see kind of where it goes and be able to coach one day and really just give back to communities that I kind of grew up playing in. So yeah, it's an awesome league and
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Yeah, and this is actually going to be an incredible year for women's hockey. Not only when we think about women's hockey being a North American, like
Mhm.
this year with we're going to have the Olympics, World
Yep.
Championships, and elite Premier Collegiate Division One athletics. So I think it's one of those years where the spike in interest in women's hockey is going to be there, and hopefully elevate the game and hopefully draw in more fans that we're able to retain and sustain moving forward after this year. Um, well, I know you mentioned your connection to St. Thomas. You had that incredible family connection that drew you there, but now that you're there and having your own experience, what is it that you like love about St. Thomas?
Well, first of all, I just love the campus. It's a very pretty campus. Anybody who comes here, you can see like all buildings look the same. Everything has been, I mean, it's a pretty old campus, so you still have like those older buildings. I mean, some of them are older inside and stuff like that, but they've really just every additional building they've built, it all matches the campus. So I just love walking around. And then in terms of like the school itself, the class sizes I really love. Like I think the biggest class I've had is maybe 35-ish people. So that's been super nice just to be able to actually get to know my professors. And now that I'm more in my like major field classes, I've really gotten to know them, take their classes more than once. So that's been super cool just to get that personal connection with them, which I can kind of go to them for advice and they understand the travel schedule and they understand everything. So that part of it is super great too.
That's awesome. What about your team? What do you love about that Tommy locker room?
Yeah. Oh, there's so much to love about it. Just the girls, honestly. Like St. Thomas has given me some of my best friends. And it's just like a joy to be able to go into the locker room every day and kind of leave everything that's going on outside of hockey aside and have that 2 to 3 hours every day that you can just go be with your best friends. Know that it's going to be hard. It's never going to be easy to show up, but we're all in it together and we all have the same goal. Everybody wants to get better every single day. And that part of it just makes me excited and happy to go every single day. So just the girls really make it. So yeah.
That dynamic is unique, and every team is unique. But
Yeah.
so I'm gonna make you pick one. All right. So I know you have best friends. I know you have great teammates, but who does the hockey world need to know more about? Name just one teammate that you think is just worthy of a little bit of a shout out in your mind.
Yeah. So it's actually a former teammate. So she just graduated this past year, but Nicole Valario, she's from Switzerland and she's 1 year older than me. So I've gotten to know her the past 3 years. And I mean, she shows up to the rink every single day with a smile on her face. She truly just brings like a good energy to the team. And obviously that's hard being from Switzerland. She's the only one the past 2 years who's been from overseas. So I'm sure that that's been very difficult for her. And I know that she's got stuff going on outside of hockey, but she shows up every day. She works her butt off all the time. She's always on the ice early. She's always staying later. She's always putting in that extra effort. And she's truly just like an inspiration. I've had many conversations with her just about like, how do you do this? Like, how do you show up every day? How do you put a smile on your face? She was always has been such a leader on the team, and that was fun to see her be recognized for it last year. Um, but yeah, she's definitely deserves a shout out. So she's over in Switzerland right now, but yes, definitely
Good.
miss her. She's going to be missed this year. So yeah, she was
Well,
my little D buddy. So yeah,
hopefully she sees that or sees
I know
this.
I'm going to have to text her
Yeah.
after this and be
Yeah.
like, hey, I
Yeah.
talked about you.
You're in this really incredible time in St. Thomas women's hockey history, where you're now, I think, 4 or 5 years removed from that transition from D3 to D1. St. Thomas now has been elevated completely to Division 1 status, so now St. Thomas is eligible for Division 1 tournament moving forward. So you're in this, you're making history, like, and I'm just curious. Because there will be a time, 20 years from now when you are with those teammates and you're talking about it, like it will have sunk in then. But are you conscious of the how significant your role is in this time in women's hockey history at St. Thomas? Is that something that you guys think about or talk about?
Yeah, we definitely talk about it. I mean, it can be hard sometimes to get like caught up and especially the past couple of years, just like losing games that obviously we wouldn't want to lose. But then in the grand scheme of things, it's like, okay, look at the accomplishments we've had. And this past season was truly amazing for us. And we had those big wins and we were able to really showcase the talent we had. So our coaches really emphasize like take a step back, look at what you guys are doing. And I think we all see that too. It's kind of like a trust the process type thing. And every year it's gotten better. And we just hope that, this year is another step forward. Now we're eligible to be able to make it past regular season. So that's another kind of incentive almost to really put the work in, really be a team, really just put our best foot forward. So I think that that's super exciting. And I believe we're hosting the final face off. Is that correct?
Yes, that
Yes.
is
Okay.
true. That is confirmed.
Yes.
That is public. We can share that.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know for sure if it was public.
Yeah.
That's just another thing too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Oh yeah.
that would be so cool for our school, for our team, just having the new rink, just everything is going to be amped up this year. And I think the new rink will kind of help with that.
Let's
So
talk about this rank, okay? It's on track to be like everything's on schedule. I think I'm not sure when do you know when you start practicing in it or when you're expected to start practicing in it?
I believe the beginning of September is when we're supposed to actually be able to get into the rink. Um, So yeah, and I mean, they scheduled pretty much, I think we have 6 away weekends at the
Yeah.
start. Our
Yeah.
home opener won't be till October 24th,
Yeah.
which is very smart to do. But yeah, I mean, I live right down the street from it. So every day I get to drive past and see the progress that they're making. And the outside is pretty much all done. Now it's just like the inside, just
Yeah.
kind of getting it together. But yeah, it's gonna be it's going to be really, really cool. So
It's going to be, I mean, a game changer, I think, is the word
it
that
will.
people keep
Yes.
talking, throwing that around. And it's going to host so men's and women's hockey and men's and women's basketball.
Yes.
And I was really lucky. I got to tour it even before you guys did. So I mean, I felt
Yeah.
bad about that, but they were, so I got to do a tour sometime in maybe February. But it was more just the footprint. But what I was really most, it's going to be incredible. I think it's like it's a 5,000 seat arena. And so there's a main arena that can be switched back and forth between hockey and basketball. And then there's a permanent practice rink for men's and women's hockey. And then men's and women's basketball each have a practice court.
Yes.
And
So
so
it is a facility.
it is, yeah,
It's huge. Yeah.
state of the art.
Yes.
And the things that I was really impressed with when walking through was just uh the thought process and everything is equal. Like the footprints, like men's locker rooms, women's locker rooms, you guys are walking down the same hallway so that you go out the same bench. Everything is identical in size, space, access. So, it just seems like it's not only just a great new rink, but they really seem to be doing it right from the player standpoint, and also the fan standpoint as well.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think, all the thought that kind of went into mapping that out, planning that out. It's going to be fun to actually be on campus. I mean, our other rink was 20 minutes away from campus, so we really didn't have that student body that would be able to come to our games. So I think that that's just going to be a difference maker and being right on campus, actually being able to be seen by students. And I think it's just going to be another place where students can go to on the weekends and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
really, really cool. So
Yeah, and so we're hosting the 2026 Quick Trip
yeah.
Face Off
Mhm.
at the new St. Thomas rink. And I think I'm 99% sure. I think we're the first postseason event that St. Thomas is going to be hosting in that new facility. So we're really excited to make history with that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
Sweet.
very excited too.
Yeah, that's good. More incentive for another
Yes,
historic year for the
exactly.
Tommies. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That'd be great. Um, okay, so thinking about you're a senior, you've been playing hockey, probably for almost your whole life. What is it about the game, like itself? Like what is it about when you think about hockey, what about hockey brings you joy?
Yeah. I mean, I would just say, like, when you're on the ice, it's almost like a freeing experience. I don't even know how to explain it, but just when you're skating around, especially when you're with, your seasoned team, it's so fun and it's hard and it's competitive and it's just you're always bringing the energy. Like you can't just show up and not be able to give it your all. So I think that that is just amazing part of hockey. I mean, my dad and I are always like, you're playing the best game out there. It's the most fun game to watch, to play, at least in my opinion.
Mhm.
But yeah, so like anytime I lose perspective or lose anything, I always give my dad a call and he's like, you're playing the greatest game out there. So I think that that's just really a testament to what hockey is. And it's something you can honestly play kind of as long as you really want to. I mean, they have so many leagues post grad, post professional that people get to play. And kind of like what I said before, just the teammates part of it. I mean, you get to play with your best friends, and it's such a cool game being able to come back in the summer. I mean, I know you just had the interview with Emma Peschel, and Emma and I grew up playing together since we were super young. So just being able to see, people who you grew up playing with at their own schools and doing great things and just evolving into the person, the player that they are today has been just so cool. And all the experiences you get with hockey. I mean, you get to go see all these cool schools, different schools that you never thought that you'd get to see. And being able to spend every day with people who you love is just really a special part of it.
Yeah, that community is huge. And it's
Yes.
such a small one, like you overlap so many times. Those roads really cross over the years. So yeah, I really that resonates with me too.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Let's uh let's end with our second installment of Commissioner's Corner with this or that. So I'm just going to give you two options. Don't overthink it. Pick one that best describes you, and hopefully have a little fun. All right.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. So Haley, are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
All right. Um, do you prefer practice days or game days?
Game days.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
yeah, that one's a given.
Yeah.
But in practice, let's just say first drill of the day, would you do you go first? Are you first in line or are you last in line?
Ooh, see, I'm like right in the middle.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, I'll take
Depends on
it.
the day though.
Okay. Um, road trips or home games?
Home games.
Ooh, okay. Awesome. Um, So thinking about your teammates, would you rather hear a funny story or just someone who could just rip off one good liner to make you laugh?
Ooh, one good liner.
Okay. Um, so you are from the west side of the Mississippi River, but you go to school on the east side.
Mhm.
So what's it going to be? East or west
West
side?
side. West side for sure.
Oh,
Yes, I know.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, gotta pick the west side.
Hot take. Okay.
I know.
All right, when it comes to your stick, white tape or black tape?
White tape.
All right, I like it.
Mhm.
Clear, concise, decisive answers. I think you have a bright future.
Thank you. Appreciate
Awesome.
it.